What's going on there, everybody? Today we have the Uncharted movie review. And well, was it any good? Let's talk about it. So, if you didn't know, this was a video game series released back in 2007 by Naughty Dog called Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Basically a cross between Indiana Jones and Tomb Raider. So, in this film adaptation, we have our main protagonist, Nathan Drake, and his wisecracking partner, Victor Sullivan, embarking on a dangerous quest to find the greatest treasure never found, while also tracking clues that may lead to Nate's long-lost brother. This is a good video game movie, in my opinion. Is it the best? I'll get into that in a moment. Personally, I had a lot of fun here in this film. We get some of that big action opening sequence at the start here, which you've probably heard something of, where Nate is like hanging on for his dear life thousands of feet in the air. I say some of it because it then like cuts away and it leads with 15 years ago or so in the past with a really young Drake and his brother who are grown up in an orphanage, where unfortunately they have to say the goodbyes, which was actually quite a nice scene. And this is also where we get to hear first off the treasure hunt that we are about to go on. Tom Holland, as a young version of Drake here, does really quite brilliant. I was a little unsure at the start, but he just has that charm to him. And he definitely knows a thing or two about a thing or two. And he's crafty as anything in his bartending job. As I say, he does play the less experienced Drake really well. However though, while at his bartending job, we get introduced here to Sully, played by Mark Wahlberg. And he also does a really class job here. He is kind of just basically Mark Wahlberg here, with his fun witty remarks and bit of banter between the two of them. Again, he does a good job here as like the veteran treasure hunter that can teach Drake a thing about it. As with most characters in these kind of films, in this one is certainly no different. Absolutely everybody just doesn't trust anyone. Which ironically, everyone screws over everybody, so it's just like a vicious circle. Which very much can be said here about Chloe Frazer, played by Sophia Taylor-Ali, who has the second cross that they need to find their way to this treasure they're after. As I say, no one trusts anyone. So everybody thinks that everyone's going to screw them. But they do come to a mutual agreement. And just a nice compliment here to Drake and Sully. And definitely, again, another character that I really did quite enjoy and definitely want to see more of. Now, in one of basically a couple of like heists in this film, because it's an Uncharted film, we do get introduced to the villain, Cross, played by Antonio Banderas, who has good evil eyes. He really didn't appear all that threatening at the start of the film. But given time, he definitely does feel that little bit more threatening later in the film. He has a hired lackey, informant / like bodyguard, Broderick, played by, sorry if I butcher the name here, but Tati Gabriel. And I thought she was a bit of a badass. And actually, sometimes throughout the film, a bit more threatening than the villain himself, Antonio Cross. Although, as I say, with Cross, there was actually a bit of a surprise, like twist and turn, I guess, that I didn't actually see coming. And you can't have one of these films without its puzzles. And you do get a nice couple here, with some real dangerous booby traps. And for all, like, Drake isn't going to die in Uncharted film, is he? But there's actually, with the booby traps from a couple of these puzzles, there's actual like threat there, and you think, oh god, okay, you know you need to get out of here. The action was filmed really well. I actually didn't feel the need to take 2 headache tablets afterwards, which is always a good sign. And as well with the action, you can definitely tell it's taken basically from the video game, the action choreography. They've clearly taken inspiration from the video game. It's really fun seeing how they use like the environment. One of which my favourite action sequences is like this crazy pirate ship battle in midair. So is this a good video game movie or even a good movie? I feel a resounding yes to the both of those questions. They both do very well playing these characters at like earlier stages in their lives compared to the video game. But as I say, if this film is successful, and I do hope so because I did enjoy it, there's plenty room here for them to grow, and it'd be good to see them on that journey to become what's known in the game. So yeah, if you're a fan of the game, I do really think you will like it. And as well, also, if you don't know anything of the games, this is just a good popcorn flick to pop on and go and watch and just have a really good time. So, real fun action treasure movie that I think the film Red Notice that previously came out on Netflix wishes it could have been. So for me, this one gets a 7 out of 10. I really did enjoy this and have a really fun time. So, thank you everybody for watching, and make sure you do, if you enjoyed the video, please do hit that like button. I do really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.